What's up, everybody? It's Demo with Demo Vapes. Thank you so much for watching. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Littlefoot 60W kit by the Wake Mod Company. So I got this device in about, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago or so, and I've been using it a lot. And I'm really enjoying myself with this. I'm a rebuildable guy. I like vaping at like 100 plus watts, clouds bro clouds. I like vaping on, big builds. And that's kind of how I like to vape. So sub-ohm tank, 60-watt device, not really typically how I like to vape. But for me, what really redeemed this product for me, rather not redeemed it, but for me what made this product really appealing to me was that it comes with a mouth-to-lung coil head. And I haven't really done a whole lot of mouth-to-lung stuff on my channel, but I love mouth-to-lung vapes. Sadly, that coil head is dead and I haven't gotten any more of them, so I am vaping on the 0.5 ohm flavor coil. Lubricate the pipes. This kit was sent to me from Wake Mod Company for the purpose of this review. As such, it will not change my opinion and I will always remain unbiased. Anyway guys, let's go down and take a closer look at this guy. Alrighty everybody, here we have the Littlefoot 60W kit by the Wake Mod Company. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys real fast before I open this up is right here it tells you what coils we've got in the box. We have a 0.5 ohm flavor coil. It's for 30 to 50 watts, which actually, interestingly enough, what's printed on the coil is different than what's printed on the box. And we also have a 1.5 ohm high nic MTL coil, and that's really nice because you can both MTL and direct lung with this if you so desire. Popping this box open. Inside of the package, we have a certificate of authenticity with a serial number on it, a little safety warning card talking about your atomizer, making sure everything is snugged down nice and tight. On the other side, we have a little battery safety card, which really isn't applicable to this, but I do appreciate this coming in everything. You cannot emphasize battery safety too much. Underneath all that, we have a lovely Wake Mod microfiber, and I'm assuming this is to clean the device, which you'll see why we need this later. And inside of the box, we have the Littlefoot 60W device right here, a Wake tank. This has e-liquid in it, yours will not when you get it. Some O-rings, a micro USB cable right here, and an extra glass. Now this box will also come with 2 coils in this section right as well. I have used both of them, so they are not present right here right now, but you will also receive 2 coils in here as well. Inside of the goodie bag is nothing special, just a bunch of O-rings. They certainly give you a lot though, so that's really nice. Now, I'm sure you have just about 1,000 of these at home, but this little micro USB cable that they give you is really nice. It's sort of a braided cloth kind. Feels a little bit more high quality than some of those super thin cheapies that you get in some of the other cheaper kits. Now, this is the Wake tank that comes with the device. So you do get a Wake tank that comes with the device. Now, this one does not come with the RTA base, but rather it does come with coils. Now, I'm not going to break this apart in this review, mostly because I have already done a review for the Wake RTA on my channel. Go check it out if you haven't already. Everything is mostly the same, except instead of using an RTA deck, you'll be using changeable coil heads in this instead, so it's basically just a sub-ohm tank. So yeah, if you want to go see the inner workings of this tank, go check out my Wake RTA review and come back here when you're done. I know some of you will think that's not really being thorough, but I'd rather not be redundant and just have to go over everything all again. Keep this nice and short. Alright, and here we have the Littlefoot 60W mod. This is a beautiful mod. It has very shiny sides here. Now, the main downside to this is, of course, fingerprint magnet. This is definitely a fingerprint magnet, so it's good that they gave you a little cleaning cloth so you can wipe it down every now and again. But yeah, I mean, I just put some fingerprints all over the mod like that. It gets really kind of, grimy and gross. You grip this and stuff like that, and oh, it just gets all kind of all foggy there, and that's just kind of the nature of things with shiny surfaces. On the bottom, you'll see we have Wake written here, the Wake logo, my serial number, and some little qualifications there. Now, what you will notice from this mod is the complete absence of battery venting. So I really would have liked to have seen some kind of battery venting. It could, I guess, go out of the USB port if necessary. This is a LiPo in there, so I really would have liked to have seen some sort of battery venting to alleviate any pressure should a catastrophic event happen. You're not going to be really running this too hard, so I doubt very seriously that you'll have any issues, but you never know. So I would have liked to have seen some battery venting right there, or somewhere else on here. All right, let's get this on. 5 clicks turns it on, power on, 60 watt, and you'll see we are met with a fairly basic display. We've got your wattage up here in variable wattage mode, the seconds for your puff, battery indicator, resistance, voltage, and puff counter. To switch modes, you press the up and down button at the same time. Goes into nickel, titanium, stainless steel, and back to variable wattage. When you're in the wattage mode, pressing the up and down buttons adjusts in 1 watt increments, which is fantastic. I love adjusting in 1 watt increments. It's so annoying to have to adjust in 0.1 watt increments and be like 51.9, 51.8, 51.7, 51.6, and then like go down that way. It's really, really annoying just to be able to go 51, 50, 49, 48, etc. Very, very nice. To clear the puff counter, you press the fire button and the wattage up button at the same time. Press and hold, clears the puff counter. To lock the device, you press the fire button and the wattage down button at the same time. System locked. Now, when you press the fire button, it allows you to fire the device. However, it doesn't allow you to adjust anything. Go ahead and unlock it. Now, moving right along into temperature mode. Now, in temperature mode, this does adjust in 1 degree increments, which is fine. I would kind of prefer 10 degree increments because I usually don't like to dial it in to the degree, but that's fine. 5 degree increments would be nice too. Not a huge deal. It scrolls reasonably fast once it gets going, and then round robins into Celsius. I do like that there is a stop at the end of each range, and it also stops down, I believe, too. Let's try it. Yep, stops down and up. The same controls apply now that we're in temperature control. For the life of me, I have not been able to figure out how to adjust the wattage, so I'm pretty sure you just get 60 watts all the time with this. So really not totally sure. There's no user manual in this kit. So if anybody knows how to adjust the wattage on this kit, please let me know. I've tried literally every single combination of buttons on this that I can possibly think of, and nothing seems to allow me to adjust that wattage. So that's kind of annoying. Not a huge deal. I mean, I guess, you know, if your temperature control is good enough anyway, this will just ramp you up really fast, but some people like to do temp control a little differently, so I would have liked to have been able to see some kind of adjustment there, but at the end of the day, I don't use temperature control a whole lot, so it's not a huge deal to me, but to you, it might be. Now, with temperature control, when you screw on an atomizer, it's going to ask you new load or old load. It's going to go ahead and say new load right here. It'll read your resistance, stick it right there. There's no way to lock this resistance, so I'm assuming it kind of does that automatically. Sina? Kinda does that automatically. One other thing I forgot to mention, you have a micro USB port down here, and this allows you to charge this battery internally. This is not a fast charge, so this is not gonna do a 2 amp charge. It'll do a standard 1 amp charge on you, so just keep that in mind. Plug this into a 1 amp USB port. Now, I don't know if this will work if you stick a 2 amp charger in there, if it'll buck from 2 amps to 1 amps. I'm not really totally sure, so be on the safe side. Stick it into like a 1 amp, like your, you know, iPhone little plug or whatever. Just check your charger and make sure it says 1 amp on it. And I think that's really about it, guys. There's not too much more to it on this mod, so yeah, we're gonna go back up top and I'll show you, oh, well, I guess let's just show you the wattage. So the top of the range, 60 watts, and on the bottom of the range, we have 5 watts. 5 watts to 60 watts. All right, guys, that's really about it. We're gonna go back up top, and if I forgot anything down here, I'll explain it up top. All right, see you up there. All right, everybody, and that was the WakeMod Littlefoot 60 watt kit. So first of all, I just kind of wanted to make a comment on who I think this is for. This, I do believe, would be for someone who is a transitioning vapor, maybe someone who is interested in getting their first mod and possibly moving away from like a pod system or a mouth-to-lung tank or something like that. And they're looking to maybe do some mouth-to-lung and stuff like that. You know, you can do all that with this kit, and they want to maybe try out some direct lung stuff, and this might be the perfect kit for that. I really think that having the option of doing both mouth to lung and direct lung on the same kit is just fantastic, and that's a huge thing for me because there are a lot of advanced devices out there. There are a lot of like intermediate devices out there, you know, like smoke tanks and direct lung stuff, you know, dual battery mods, etc. And then there's a lot of beginner devices out there, but I don't see a whole lot of things that nail both that mouth to lung and the direct lung in the way that this does. If you've watched my Wake RTA review, you know that I really enjoy this tank a lot. The sub-ohm coil heads that come with this are fantastic. They are flavorful, and it kind of makes me wonder why I would ever use the RTA base, frankly. They're really flavorful, and much more so than I think most other sub-ohm tanks that I've run into. So that's something that I think is really awesome. Now, the mouth-to-lung coil heads, on the other hand, are pretty good. They're not the best mouth-to-lung I've had out there. I won't be putting my K-Fund down for this anytime soon, but they are okay. They're highly decent. So you can get a really decent mouth-to-lung experience with this, and then, you know, if you're ready to switch over to direct lung, pop in that next coil head, get yourself some lower nicotine juice, and vape away. You're not gonna win any cloud comps with this. I'm running this 0.5 ohm coil head at 55 watts right now, and I'm just getting some really killer flavor. Now, this does suffer from the same sort of whistly issue that the Wake RTA did. If I open this wide up, It's a very subtle whistle sound, and I have found just in the same way with the Wake RTA that if I close it down just a half a hole, so I've got 4.5 holes open, it just kind of eliminates that whistle a little bit. Airflow still is really loud, but it's fine. I get really tremendous flavor off this tank, and I'm really just enjoying the hell out of it. Another thing that I really like the portability and the hand feel. I think that this is a really great mod. It's nice and portable, and I've never had any problems taking this anywhere and feel like it's weighing down my pants at all, so that's fantastic. Another thing I really like about it is it looks so classy and so cute. I have to say that word, and cute is the word that I'm choosing because, and I'm not saying that men can't think something is cute, but every female that I've run into has looked at this and been like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I brought this to my local vape shop and I had some of the ladies there take a look at this and just give me their thoughts. And almost all of them picked it up and said, oh my gosh, this is such a cute little kit. And then immediately asked the manager of the vape shop if they're going to start selling these. I think it will appeal a lot to the ladies. This does come in multiple color options, blue, red, black, and gold. There might be a green, I'm not totally sure, but blue, red, black, gold is what I'm aware of anyway. Some things that I don't really like. I don't like the whistling that you get on the Wake tank. That's not necessarily unique to this kit. You're going to find that with any of the Wake tanks, in my experience anyway. I don't like the whistling. I really don't like that there's no battery ventilation anywhere on this device. I really would have liked to have seen something for battery venting, because as it stands, this thing seems pretty well sealed up. I don't think, I'm just not really sure where the pressure would go. You know, if anywhere, it would probably come out of that USB port. Now, for any of you newer vapors out there, it's incredibly unlikely that you're going to have some sort of catastrophic event, especially with a in-battery mod, something that you don't have to change out. So just keep that in mind. Just don't let the mod discharge too low. Don't let it sit empty for too long, because that will mess up a LiPo. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like those two things. And well, I don't really like that this is super fingerprinty. I get why they did this. It looks really classy to have this very shiny panel on the outside. But, you know, not really my favorite thing. Other than that, I don't really have too much to complain about. I think this is a really good product. You know, I don't have much to fault it on. So yeah. So before I move on to the price and my conclusion, I did want to take a quick second to shout out James from Wake Mod Company. I met James at Vape Showcase St. Louis, and James is an awesome dude. He runs a fantastic company and just seems like a really down-to-earth, cool dude. James and Ilea, who started Wake Mod Company, also started Dot Mod back in the day, and now they have their own company. If you're not familiar with that, awesome job, guys. I think that this kit is a huge home run, and I'm really excited to see what you guys have planned for the future. Clicking around online, I'm finding this anywhere between 70 and 85 bucks. I will have links down in the description. 70, 85 bucks. It's a little bit on the expensive side for a kit that only does 60 watts, but the quality of vape I get off of this is fantastic. And because you have such a broad versatility of being able to use this device, I think it's just a huge win. So it won't appeal to everybody, but at the end of the day, I think that this will appeal to a lot of that sort of beginners trying to move into the intermediate and move into that mouth to lung, to direct lung type of vape. So would I buy this product if it was not sent to me for the purpose of this review? If I was that kind of vapor that I just mentioned, yes, absolutely I would. Me personally, probably not, but that's not because I think it's a bad device, mostly just because it's not the way I like to vape. That said, I think that this is a fantastic device, and yeah, highly recommended. Well, anyway, guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe if I've earned it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Demo out.